Hi guys, today we are going to be making chia seed pudding. This is something that I never ate before I started keto. I don't eat it all the time. I do it as a once in a while treat. Some people do it for breakfast instead of oatmeal. I don't typically eat breakfast, but you know, maybe once a month. I'll make them once every other month. I make 4 at a time, and I'll throw them in the fridge. I just make them plain, and then I can add whatever I want to them. If I want strawberries or raspberries or blackberries, blueberries. Sometimes I do just a little bit of cinnamon in them. Sometimes I just eat them plain. You know, you could mix it up however you want. But they're nice for, you know, instead of ice cream or instead of pudding, like regular pudding. You know, or like I said, a lot of people do them for breakfast. They'll throw some nuts in them and make like a little granola kind of thing and throw in there. So like yogurt, you know. So let me get started. Some of the benefits to chia seeds, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they are just little, they're just little seeds. They are the, you know, the Chia Pet thing. Let me read here. So for a 1 tablespoon serving, it has 5 grams of carbs, and it's got 4 grams of fiber. So that means, yes, there's 5 grams of carbs in it, but we subtract the fiber, so that leaves 1 gram of net carbs. So if you're tracking net carbs, this is 1 gram of net carbs per tablespoon. And I think I do 6 for my 4 different cups, so that leaves what, 1.5? So, you know, 1.5 tablespoons per individual portion size. Chia seeds are very high in antioxidants. They are high in vitamins and minerals that you typically need when you're doing keto. Calcium, potassium, magnesium, they're all going to help you fight off those, the keto flu, you know, because your electrolytes are out of balance. So chia seeds are going to help with that. They're high in omega-3s, dietary fiber, like I said, and they're very high in good protein, like clean, quality protein. So there are a lot of benefits to chia seeds. You can look them up. I'm not going to go into like a big rant about them. A lot of people put them on their salads. They'll mix them in smoothies. You know, a lot of health food places sell them. I think my gym has them. Like, you can get a smoothie with chia seeds in them. I've never had them in a smoothie. If I do a smoothie, it's just, you know, whatever. But so I'm going to get started, and what I typically do is, oh, I guess I gotta take that off. My chia seed pudding is 1 cup of almond milk. And I am not to the point yet where I'm making my own almond milk. Eventually I would like to, but right now I just don't want to get into that, so I haven't. But I'm equal parts, 1 cup of almond milk, 1 cup of heavy cream, so that gives me 2 cups. And then I'm going to do half a teaspoon of vanilla. There, and I'll have my scooper. Okay, and 6 tablespoons of chia seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's it. You can add sweetener if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not going to this time because I'm probably going to have it with berries, so that's going to be sweetener enough for me. If I was mixing with cinnamon, I might add a little bit of sweetener for that. You know, sometimes I throw some nutmeg in it, or, you know, whatever. If I eat one plain, I might throw a little bit of sweetener in it. But typically I like to mix it up with a spoon and let it sit for maybe a half hour, just to let it gel up a little bit, because the seeds are going to kind of clump to the bottom. So once the seeds are going to swell with the liquid. So the liquid is going to swell the seeds, so they're kind of going to settle to the bottom. And after about a half hour, I'll come back and I'll stir them up a little bit. Sometimes if I don't have time, if I'm just running out the door quick, I'll just stir it and pour them in the cups. And I'll just be stirring as I'm pouring. Put the lids on them, throw them in the fridge, and you know, when I get home, I'll give them a good shake to mix them up. But typically, I want to let it sit and let it swell. And I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to... But it's going to have the texture tapioca pudding. If you like tapioca pudding, you know how it's like that little... I don't know how to describe the texture, but if you've had it, you know what I mean. But that's what these have. They don't taste like tapioca. They're more of a... I guess more of a grainy kind of a taste. But I like them. You know, if they're not sweet enough for you, you might want to add a little bit of sweetener until you get used to them. But I like my pudding just like this. And it usually takes about 4 hours for the pudding to set. So right now it's 3:30. You know, I could have this for dinner if I wanted to, or dessert with my dinner if I didn't have a lot for dinner. Like I said, they're very high in fiber. So if you're a net carb counter, you know, they're very low in carbs, net carbs, once you subtract the fiber. But yeah, that's basically it. I usually pour out 4, and you know, maybe 1 plain, 1 strawberry, 1 blueberry, 1 cinnamon. You know, mix them up how you want each day as you're eating them, and you know, they'll keep for a week and a half in the fridge without going bad. I've never kept them longer than that. I usually eat them, you know, within a couple days, because I only make a small amount of them. But basically that's it. 1 cup of almond milk, 1 cup of heavy cream, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 6 tablespoons of your chia seeds. Sweetener to taste. I typically use Truvia, the packets. I know some people use the liquid stevia or whatever, but yeah, just sweetener as you see fit, and whatever toppings you want to put on them. Just make sure you count what you're putting in there, so you get all of your macros set correctly for the day. And that is it. Bye.